Alright, guys. So, this is going to be my Predator Q&A. The last one I did was it was the Alien one, and as always, I'd like to thank everyone who sent in questions. And as always, if you'd like to be part of the next Q&A, just hit the link in the description box below, head on to my Patreon, hit the first tier, that'll allow you access to do so. But other than that, hope you all enjoy this, and let's get started with the questions. So, first question comes from Gordon Rajani, who asks, which alien species could you see the Predators trying to hunt? I guess, like, when it comes to alien species, I think it would be kind of cool to see the Predator hunt Krogans from Mass Effect. I would say Gorn from Star Trek. Something like another warrior class. I think that'd be kind of cool. So thank you for that question, Gordon. Moving on now to Nolan Unejo, who asks, what real-life warrior culture would you feel is underrated, that you'd want to see the Predator hunt, and why? Okay, so basically, like, asking for an underrated, like, lesser, like, another warrior culture rather than, like, a knight or a samurai or a Spartan fighting a Predator. There's actually a few I would love to see. Like, I would love to see, first and foremost, Predators be in the Polynesians and hunting Maori warriors. I think that would be really cool because they're very, like, tribal. It's this very tribal, very, I kill you and I take trophies from you, and I'm like a predator. Like, could you just imagine? Because this was a thing in culture, was that Maori warriors, many Polynesian warriors would kill and eat their, in active cannibalism, they would eat the other guy's body. So could you just imagine, like, a Maori warrior not only killing but eating a predator, just for eating and consuming the predator's mana? Yeah. So I think it'd be kind of cool to see the Maori fighting a predator. I'd also like to see, like, a predator in like old Russia fighting Cossacks. I think another one that would be cool is like a predator. Maybe have like a predator hunting, like, Janissaries would be kind of cool from the Ottoman Empire. Just to name a few. Those are a few I think would be kind of cool for warrior cultures. Second question. If you were a predator, what would your design, outfit, and weapons look like, and where would you like to hunt? I think, like, you gotta have your basic build when you're doing if you're a predator, you gotta have, like, the shoulder cannon, the wrist blades. I would even love to have, like, the razor disc, the trap net, and, to complete the set, a spear. I think, like, go for, like, a more, like, skull face design, like a more, like, animal skull design for the mask, and just a few things like that. As for where where my hunting preferences would be, as for, like, where my hunting preference would be, I would dare say, I'd probably say somewhere along the lines of, like, somewhere cold. Like, go against the grain and hunt somewhere cold. That'd be cool. Third question. What are your thoughts on Machiko Noguchi, the woman from the human woman predator? Okay, so this is from the old Dark Horse books, where in the original Alien vs. Predator stories, there was a woman named Namiko Noguchi who was actually taken in by a predator tribe and learned how to hunt like them. I think she's totally badass, and now that, we do know that Dark Horse characters from the Alien and Predator comics can be used by Marvel, I'm just like, hey, guys, it'd be really cool over at Marvel if you use Machiko. Be really cool if you use Machiko Noguchi, because I do know Dutch's brother is in the Predator comic, was in the last Predator Marvel comic, so John Schaefer. So just saying, be really cool. Thank you for those questions, Nolan. Moving on now to Jason Voorhees 2011, who asks, have you ever played Predator Concrete Jungle, and if so, what are your thoughts? I've never been able to play it. Like, I've never been able to play Predator Concrete Jungle, but I will say that I think the game, I've seen enough of the game to be like, God, I wish this would get a re-release or a remake of the game, Like that's just pure. That game is just pure, unadulterated awesomeness, and I can't believe we haven't gotten like a solid like remake or refurbishment of the game. That would just be absolutely awesome in my opinion. That just needs to be a thing. Like, no doubt in my mind that needs to be a thing. Anyway. Yeah. Second question. Have you read the Dark Horse comic based on the original script for Predator? I have not, and it's been impossible to track down. The original Dark Horse comics are getting... Especially, it's the same thing with, like... I was trying to find the comic that was adapted off of the original Dan O'Bannon script for Alien, as well as the original script for Alien 3. Those especially are the hardest ones to find if you want to look for old Dark Horse Alien and Predator books. It's been impossible to find. That one even more so. The comic based off the original Predator script. So, yeah. Third question. How would you have improved the Predator if given the chance? Not make it. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, like, I think what I'd like to do, if I could, like, improve it, like, if I could find, like, I would probably take out the whole, first off, autism superpower thing. That's insulting. You know, someone who's on the spectrum, that's very insulting. I would also take out the whole predators are augmenting their bodies thing, because I'm like, no, they're a hunter culture. They're not conquerors. Fuck's wrong with you? So I would take that out. I think if I could, I'd probably go the route of the predator, maybe have it I would probably keep the super the augmented predator, but kind of like make him like a bad blood. Like this is like the other like he's a psychopath who's augmented himself to a point where like it's now dishonorable. Like augmenting yourself is dishonorable and something of that nature. But that entire script if you want to do something right with it, then Jesus Christ, you need to do some serious overhaul with it. Anyway, thank you for those questions, Jason. Moving on now to Dominic Fuentes, who asks, what if the Predator hunted Sora from Kingdom Hearts? That Predator's in for a bad time. Although, technically speaking, that can happen now. Like, we could probably, like, there's now a world where you could have a Predator or several Predators in, you could now do a world where you can now have Predators in a Kingdom Hearts game. Like, that can happen now. But still, it would be a bad time for the Predator. Second question. How would you pitch a Predator movie? Probably just another period piece one. Like another period piece movie where a Yautja ends up in a different time. I know a lot of us want samurai one, like a full samurai one. Get Hiroyuki Sanada as a old samurai to fight the Predator. Yeah, just put a Predator in like samurai era Japan. I think that's the one we've all wanted, right? Like that's the one we've just all wanted from the get-go, right? Anyway, third question. What would the reaction of Kraven the Hunter be like if the Predator hunts Spider-Man, although the crossover comic will be released soon? I think it has been said that, the Kraven the Hunter will be in the Predator comic, so we don't have to worry about, we really don't have to worry about, Kraven being in the book, but, like, his reaction would be like, I really hope the reaction that Kraven gives is like, oh, fuck all of that noise. There's only one hunter in this world, and it's not this Predator. It is Kraven the Hunter. So, yeah. So, that's my thoughts. Thank you for those questions, Dominique. Moving on now to Imagine8, who asks, was it ever revealed where the Predator species got their high-tech weaponry? If so, did they develop themselves, or did they take it from the species they killed? It's actually, in a lot of books and comics, it's a combination of both. The Predators, you see, do build their weaponry. Like, they basically evolve their technology every time they go to a new planet to help them hunt. Now, do they take some technology? Yes, but it's not a lot. In fact, 90%, like 80 to 90% of the time, it's just the Yautja perfecting their weaponry. Like, it's just them, like, over the course of several years, like, just kind of, like, rebuilding and refashioning their weapons. It's very much like in a hunter culture, where, you know, in this world, you know, in a hunter, like, like, most hunters, if it doesn't kill the prey you're hunting first, you go back and rebuild it again. Now, there are some times where they do take the technology, but that's few and far between. So there you go. There's your answer. Second question. What is your all-time favorite kill in the franchise? Oh boy, all-time favorite kill in the franchise. That's a good one. Like, that's actually a pretty solid question. Favorite kill in the franchise. Damn, that is a tough one to say. Like, favorite kill in the franchise. Damn. I'd say in Predator 2, one of my favorites is definitely in Predator 2, where the Predator is just murking all of those Jamaican gang members in the room while they're hanging up, while they're stringing up the cocaine, the drug lord. That's a great scene where we see all these, just a menagerie of kills all across. Another one I think is also from Predator 2 is Agent Key's death, where he just gets fucking bifurcated. I'd say I'd also say, like, as a solid, like, as a holy shit kill is Jesse Ventura's death in the first one. Those are just to name a few. Third question. In the Mortal Kombat X character ending, the Predator learns sorcery. Do you think the use of magic would go against the Predator code? I think it depends, really, and I know this is going to sound odd, I think it depends more on the magic itself than anything else. I really do think that it would depend more on, like, if it was, like, necromancy, then I think that would be considered dishonorable. But, like, harnessing magic to help hunt, as long as you're not using it as, like, a cheat code, then I would dare say that that would probably be for the best. Where, I think that's a better case where, I think, honestly, I think if the Predator isn't using the magic as a cheat code, then it would be fine. So that's my only answer. Thank you for those questions, Imaginate. Moving on now to Hunter Johnson, who asks, what would a fight between the Predator and Garnet go down? Yeah, probably give it to Garnet. She's pretty powerful, and if the Predator loses the element of surprise, it's over. Second question, what are your thoughts on the scenario where the Predator and Indiana Jones are fighting the Russians? It'd be pretty cool, but it would probably be Indiana versus Predator versus Russians. That's my only answer. What type of Pokemon would be worthy prey of the Predator? Probably a lot of the fighting types and ground types. Thank you for those questions, Hunter. Moving on now to Alistair Bondman, who asks, if you got a chance to create your own new Predator hunting tool, okay, what would you like to see any special abilities with those weapons? For example, like Constriction Net. Okay, so basically, like, asking, like, if I could invent a new weapon for the Yautja, what kind of thing would I use? Well, I would dare say that I think it'd be kind of cool to do, like, a spear gun, because we have had that, but I think what I would do to modify the spear gun from the game, like, because we had that especially in the Alien vs. Predator games. I think what I would like to do with that kind of weapon is probably modify it to be like a net gun, so it fires the trap net that just kind of, like, slices you to pieces. Another weapon I would like to use is like bolas. Give the Predator bolas, but instead they would be used against technology where they'd give out like when they wrap something up, it disables. It has like a disabling mechanism within it that just nullifies technology on the wearer. Probably be best used when battling synthetics, like just to not hunt them, but be like, here, deal with that. Anyway. Thank you for that question. Second question. While I've never read the Dark Horse Predator comic books featuring the Predator, I heard on the grapevine that in some of those books it was revealed that the Preds would sometimes take human sidekicks on their hunts in ancient times to hunt some of the monsters they brought with, inspiring other ancient myths like Hercules and others. If that isn't the case, would you like to see it? Well, I've never seen that. The only time I've ever seen a Predator bring a human along was during the Fire and Stone storyline, where a Predator dragged a human along to help him find and kill an engineer. So that was really kind of the only time I ever saw that. That's the only other time I saw that. So, I would say, though, I would definitely say, though, that, I mean, be kind of cool, but I think I prefer the Predators hunting humans most of the time. Third question. While I'm sure we all love another AVP game, I personally think a Predator game done in the style of Evolve or even Monster Hunter, where the Pred hunts more things like humans and Xenos, would be far more interesting. As a whole, AVP is a little less bit samey after a while. I mean, you're not wrong, but I would love to see another AVP game. But I wouldn't mind something like... But the thing of it is like, the only Predator game is that Hunting Grounds one. I personally would like one more in the vein of Concrete Jungle, I'm just saying. Anyway, thank you for those questions, Alistair. Moving on now to Cyborg... sorry, I'm tired. Remember to hydrate, people. Do you see the Predator hunting the Shadow? This is from Cyborg 19.99. Do I see... Yeah, I could totally see a Predator Shadow crossover. Sadly, not anymore because it's under Marvel, but I think it would be kind of cool. Second question. Do you see Sylvester Stallone in a Predator movie? I think Stallone is very much past his prime, and I don't think he would do a Predator movie at this point. He hates doing Arnold's sloppy seconds. Third question. What other movies, anime, and video games would you cross over with the Predator? Oh, God. Movie-wise, I'd probably say, like, Commando. Anime, Black Lagoon. And video game, let's go Mercenary for shits and giggles. Or, for better yet, Far Cry. Let's do Predator and Far Cry. So, thank you for those questions, Cyborg. Moving on now to Tom Hibbert, who asks... how would you feel about a Predator movie set during the space race where the Predator ship crash lands on the moon and the Soviet Union and the U.S. send up astronauts to plunder the ship, only get picked off one by one by the Predator? That'd actually be kind of cool, but you don't really get the use of weapons in space, so you can't really use guns in space at all. So it'd be kind of cool of like a slasher movie, but it wouldn't really work for the Predator's character, you know what I mean? Cool concept, but the execution might be off. Second question. As someone who's owns and read all 3 issues of Superman vs. Predator, do you think a depowered Superman trying to best a Predator is cool concept, even if it wasn't used for its full potential? Superman vs. Predator is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Superman vs. Predator is a pretty shit book. But still, it is cool to see Superman overcome the Predator, but yeah, that whole comic is pretty ass. Third question. Do you think Predator 2 did a lot for the Predator by setting up the Code of Honor as hunters, expanding their arsenals, and even accidentally making Alien canon to the Predator universe? Yeah, Predator 2 did a lot, and I don't understand why people don't like Predator 2. It's actually a pretty solid movie. I mean, yeah, Danny Glover... It is kind of weird that Danny Glover does more damage to the Predator than, you know... Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't believe. Yeah, I think it's kind of dumb. I think it's kind of dumb that people hate it. But Danny Glover doing more damage to the Predator than Arnold did. That's stupid. Ugh, God. I love water. Anyway, thank you for those questions. Tom, moving on now to David Deister, who asks, what would you like to see in a new Predator movie? Or what would I like to see in a new Predator movie? Well, like I said, a Samurai one, so I kind of already answered that one. Second question, what would a Warhammer 40k Predator crossover look like? The Predator's getting shit-wrecked by Space Marines. That's what it'd look like. I'm sorry. That's just what it would look like. Third question. Who should write a Marvel Predator comic? Oh, who should write a Marvel Predator comic? Not a crossover, but like the new ones. Well, there was the Ed Brisson trilogy, which Chris sent me the third volume. I mean, the third volume that ends the trilogy. We are getting Predator Black and White comics, but there hasn't been an announcement for any new like Predator comics in general, which I'm wondering if they're going to build up to something there. But they're more focused on Ben Percy's Predator versus Marvel crossovers right now. So that's been kind of the case for the most part. Yeah. So, but as a new Marvel comic, like a new Marvel writer to take over for the Predator books, who would I honestly want to pick for that one? I would say probably along the lines of... Well, Ben Percy's already doing kind of Predator books. I think Jason Aaron would be kind of cool on a Predator book. Jason Aaron would be pretty solid. I would say... Jed MacKay. I'd like to see Jed MacKay on a Predator book. That'd be kind of cool. And Joe Casey. Those are my picks. Anyway, thank you for those questions, David. Moving on now to Bill McLaughlin, who asks, which Predator from the movies is your favorite? If we're going by, like, which Predator, man, I would probably say the Predator I really like, my personal favorite of the Predators, would either be, it'd probably be the City Hunter from Predator 2. That one is when I think Predator, I think City Hunter. Second most would be the Feral Predator from Prey. That would be a close second. Second question. Do you think we'll ever get a Predator in the Savage Land? I think we will. I think it's not, I think if Ben Percy, who's been building to... He even said in an interview, which I'm trying to get out to you guys... He even said during an he said, yeah, I'm building towards a Predator versus Marvel event with these Predator versus Marvel comics. So that's going to be really cool to see. I think it is a possibility that we will get the Predator in the Savage Land. It'd be remiss if we didn't. Third question: what are your thoughts on the 2010 Predators movie? I love it. I really do love the movie Predators by Robert Rodriguez. I think it's a solid sequel. Does it have its flaws? Yes, but it is so much better than fucking The Predator. And that was the last good Predator movie we had until Prey. So yeah. Thank you for those questions, Bill. Moving on now to our final set of questions that come from Mount Vernon Kid. Chris, what's up? First question: in all the movies that you liked, is there a character outside of the main star that you wanted to live? I would say Bill Paxton's character from Predator 2. I mean, but then again, Bill Paxton gets the honor of being killed by a Terminator, Alien, and Predator. Only him and Lance Henriksen have that honor. Yeah. So, I would... yeah, that's one. I'd probably say, like, another one I wish lived was the Yakuza character from Predators. That'd be pretty cool. Probably those ones kind of... And also Billy. Or at the very least see Billy die in that fight. Anyway. Where would you want a Predator movie set in? I kind of already answered this one, Chris. I'm sorry. What's your favorite fan-made Predator film? I'd say Predator Dark Ages. That one had some solid work to it, some solid cast to it. That's been the pinnacle for Predator movies for me, is Predator Dark Ages. That one is like like when it comes to fan films, that's probably one of the best. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much the Predator Q&A. I want to thank everyone who sent in questions, and hope you all enjoyed this. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.